BKFC London. This is a card of actual bare knuckle skill versus fighting instinct. We will see who will prevail as winners tonight, the instinct fighters or the skill fighters. Cunningham versus May both have a little fighting experience. Cunningham has a bare knuckle record of 2-0, and Mr. May has an MMA record of 1-1. Skill versus instinct. Just on note, there is a 62-pound difference between these two competitors. Franco versus Chaza. Chaza comes in with a 29-7 boxing record, and Franco comes in with a kickboxing record of 22 fights. Must mean his record is upside down. This fight is just on instinct. This fight you may want to pay close attention to because both of these fighters come in with a unblemished bare knuckle record. Mr. Hick has 3-0 and Mr. Shepard has 2-0. There's a level of confidence coming from both men. But do you see the crazy in Mr. Hick's eyes for this fight? It's either going to go the distance or it's going to end quickly. However it goes, somebody's it's got to go. Whose bare knuckle skill will prevail? Mr. Ash Griffith, who is debuting at bare knuckle, is going against Mr. David One More Round, who has 51 MMA fights and a bare knuckle record of 1-1. So this for me is just going to be a fight of instinct. We just going to have to see whose instincts are better. Jer versus Christie. Both of these gentlemen are debuting at bare knuckle, so this is a pure fight of instinct. It doesn't matter what their combat history is. Instinct is going to be key in this fight. Fishgold versus Bostic. Mr. Fishgold comes in with an MMA record of 4-4. His bare knuckle record is 1-0. Mr. Jake Bostwick is a return fighter, and he also has an extensive MMA record, but he has a bare knuckle record of 1-2. This is a I need a win fight for both of them. Fishgold needs to win so he can retain his O, and Mr. Bostic needs to win so he can come out of the loser column. He needs to even out this fight record at bare knuckle. So let's go. This is going to be instinct and skill on both sides. One of the most interesting fights on this card. Heavyweight Terrell versus heavyweight Sam Shoemaker. Mr. Shoemaker has been up to the line twice for the bare knuckle title and has fallen short both times. Terrell, he just here at this point. Both of them have been done in by our current two-time heavyweight champion Arnold Boombaye Boogeyman Adams. So both of these guys need to get a win tonight, especially Mr. Shoemaker. Sam looks like he has been keeping himself in shape, and Mr. Terrell looked like he just rolled off the damn couch. He's looking a little gooey in the middle. I don't know if that's going to affect him in the fight, but we'll see. Good John versus James Lilly. This is an absolute fight of skill on both sides. Both of them have a good background in bare knuckle. Mr. Lilly comes in with a 6-0 record. Oh my God, he's putting his O on the line with one fight even at bare knuckle for him. Tyler is coming in at 4-1. Oh my God, this fight is going to be off the chain. You got to tune in 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Joe Hitman 187 Elmore versus Mr. Connor Tierney. Ooh, I hate to keep it a buck, y'all. Mr. Tierney is just too good. He's just too good. I don't know why they made this fight. Well, I do, because Mr. Tierney asked for Joe Elmore, and when you ask for people, they give them to you most times. So with that being said, I don't know if Miss Nikki is just looking at this one-sided, because Joe is one of my American fighters, so I ride with him. But Mr. Tierney, I looked at some of his footage. Oh my God, this kid is just so good. Joe is going to have to stop his lateral movement. He's going to have to stop Mr. Tierney's lateral movement. He's going to have to make Mr. Tierney stand in front of him and bang. If not, Joe is coming out of this non-victorious. So with that being said, I looked at Joe's last fight against Mr. Garcia, who retired after that fight. Mr. Garcia was fighting on all cylinders that night, and Joe just seemed to be a little off kilter with his striking, with his footwork. So hopefully this year off for him has made him and given him a chance to improve everything in his fight repertoire. So there you have that. Hitman's record stands at 2-1 at bare knuckle, and Mr. Tierney is a 6-1 bare knuckler. BKFC London. Platinum Mike Perry versus Michael Venom Page. Definitely a superstar fight. Both of these guys are superstars from MMA. Mr. Perry comes in with one fight under his belt at bare knuckle. He fought one of the roughest people that we got in bare knuckle, which is Julian Lane, and he was able to get the win over him in his debut. The one thing I hope that Mr. Perry does not come into the fight with is nerves. I need him off the first bell to just smother Mr. Page. He has the skills that it takes. He can do this. I think Perry can hurt Page. Mr. Page is such a natural striker. Everybody's just expecting him to come in and get Mr. Perry out of here. But with a contender like Mr. Perry, he don't give no fucks about who you are. And at this point, I believe he can hurt Mr. Page. And I believe he can possibly TKO him. You know what I mean? It may take a couple punches, but I think Mike Perry has it in him to win this fight, and it will be a huge win for him, as it would be for Mr. Page, debuting against somebody that's rough and tough like Mr. Perry. But this would be a huge win for Mr. Perry coming out of this bare knuckle fight. It would be such a huge win. It would be such a huge win for the promotion. Come back with this win over their London competitor. It just would be great. A lot of things could happen after this fight for both men. So let's go. Again, Mike Perry cannot allow Mike Page to get comfortable. He's going to have to smother him, stop his lateral movement, and just keep him on his back foot and make him think about everything, whichever way he think he want to go, left, right, whichever way. Mike Platinum Perry is going to have to be right there waiting for him before he even gets there. So good luck to all who are fighting on this card this afternoon. We'll all be watching here from the United States too. All my fighters, whether you're from London or from the United States, good luck. You put in, you get out what you put in. So we're going to find out what you guys have been putting in. One more thing I'd like to add. I need to see head movement from Mike Perry also. Congratulations to Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship on their acquirement of England's Bare Fist Boxing Association. This is going to be interesting to see how this pans out. Yes, they're going to start to intermingle the fighters. Let's go. Ooh, good luck with that Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and Bare Fist Boxing Association. Fightheads, everything on the tape is real, and the host is Nikki and her tapes is real. You tuned in, click subscribe cause it makes sense. I welcome you to the Fightheads. Yeah, I'm bound to punch, I'm trained to go, I'm down to rock, you ready to roll?
sweat, fight. We could talk about how they really hitting that mad light. I'm bound to punch, I'm trained to go. I'm down to rock, are you ready to roll? Blood, sweat, fight. We could talk about how they really hitting that